Welcome everybody to Corby Town TV. We have tried and have successfully grown the service over a number of years, bringing you many different aspects about Corby Town Football Club. Many of you have followed the team up and down the country, and for those that haven't, you are able to watch images of match highlights, interviews and other features. Not every piece of filming is going to come out the way that you intended it. We'd all like the opportunity to go over and get several shots of one particular subject matter, but when you're filming live, that is not possible. More recently, we also do podcasting, something that we hope you enjoy. There are a lot of people that will help you to try and get the best that you can, give you a place to go, enjoy their facilities, and sometimes that is not possible. And that is when you start to learn, understand, and sometimes you can come away with something that is just not so good. But the important thing from these situations is try and learn and understand what you should have done a little bit better to get something that is more watchable. My first ever recording that I did was St Albans away in August 2013. Corby lost the game 1-0, but that wasn't the biggest thing. For me, it was about getting on the camera and trying just to see how good I may be. Now, over the years, I've filmed some memorable moments and some moments that I would call iconic. And one of them, without a shadow of a doubt for me, was Poole Town at home in December of 2014. It set us on the road to winning the league, certainly closing the gap on Poole. I have met so many good people in doing what I do, made new friends, enjoyed their company, and hopefully they will have enjoyed mine too. Been to many, many grounds over the years. Some are good and some not so good. When I'm doing some of my other features that you may have seen more recently inside training, which can be really enjoyable, where you're able to do the main shots and you're able to do B-roll, which basically means that you can fill in the main shots with some B-roll, and it makes it more interesting with also having the voices over the top if you so wish to go down that avenue. We've had many good players come through the football club, good managers also. You may try and remember who was your favourite player and who was your favourite manager. You're also going to hear a lot from these two fine gentlemen that bring you the podcast.
Lots of highlights. And it's weird how that disappears into the background, isn't it? And also we've got some ladies football. We've got some ladies football just for you. And it's quite scary, him saying it like that. And also some youth football from the game over at Stamford.
You may remember the opening of Jimmy Kane Way.
As well, was here at the football club, but more broadly within Corby in general. I think it's quite quite well known that Jimmy is known as Mr. Corby, and for a very good reason. He's known as Mr. Corby. He's done an awful lot over an awful long time, but I know that he's still missed to this day.
I've been filming now for probably since 2013, no, probably about it. That's when I've been filming. So I've been doing it 12 years. During those 12 years, have I learnt a lot? Yes, I have. Have I been taught by anybody? No, I haven't. Have I had any real guidance? No, I haven't. People say, how have you learnt? And I say, well, YouTube. Funny enough, YouTube is a great way of going on and listening to other creators and watching what they do. And it can be beneficial, and I found it that way as well. Like I said a few minutes ago, trial and error also, but there is plenty of information out there if you wish to go a little bit further and just try and get it the best you can. Then there is some really, really good people out there. One of the things that I've always struggled with, and I always will struggle with, is sound. I don't understand it. For me, it's always been that if you can hear my voice, then that's okay. I know it's not that way, especially where podcasting is concerned. I find it really, really difficult to try and get it down to a T. One of those moments in time that I will never forget, Colwyn Bay away in the FA Cup, and Nathan Rooney's ridiculous lob at the goalkeeper. Joel Carter away to Alvechurch set Joel on his way to a hat-trick. Another one was a league game with Jordan Francis, absolutely smashed it on the half volley. Never forget that. And here are some people been involved with the club over the years, past and present. Some you may like and some you may not.
It's important to know that David and Graham will be staying with the club. This is not an acquisition where I intend to make wholesale changes.
Well, years of going to the library and going to the Telegraph Library, getting afternoons after work, and
they know what to expect, and they've got the right attitude, the right ethos behind them, and that's what we've always, aspired to do. And I mean, this year we've hit 200 players in the girls and ladies section.
It was really good to see the team on Saturday. Loads of heart, loads of spirit, played some really nice football. I like the new signings that the manager's made. I think we're looking strong, got loads of momentum. Fantastic.
We're in one of those sticky patches at the minute. We're creating a few chances, but just not hitting the target. And I think that's where a little bit of frustration's coming out with that.
It was nice to get back to winning ways. The clean sheet was as important as the 5 goals. But it's always nice to, bang a few goals in when you're playing at home.
I didn't want to see any defeats, far from it. But I think you can get a reaction just from conceding a goal, when they react to that. So,
Who wants a little bit of music? Here's the first of 3 bits of music for you to enjoy from Steelfest. We have also had good times here at Corby Town Football Club. Days at Rockingham Triangle. The days at Sixfields winning the Hillier Cup. Daventry 3-1, a number of years ago now, but we all remember. The Marathon Bet Challenge, where Corby had the Premier League stars come, and that was a great occasion, all because Jason Lee drank a pint of beer. Winning the Southern League down at Poole, the trophy lift, many of you were there, travelled in their numbers. The promotion under Rob Dunyan, lifting the trophy at the Rockingham Triangle, all memorable times at the football club. Here are some of the stars that turned out for the Marathon Bet game. Some you may see on the TV at this moment in time. Who's forgetting Philip Coutinho and Emre Can playing at Steel Park for Liverpool? Kevin Burns winning goal to gain promotion. And one of my favourite goals from the pool game down in Dorset was this wonderful interplay goal finished off by Spencer Weird-Daly. Here are some more people.
Excellent. They were really, they enjoyed it, and it's a bit different for myself. Motivating your teammates, but it was really good, and I was really proud of how much effort they put in. Very much so. Yeah, I got in contact with Tommy, the head coach of Corby. He invited us to come over here and play these matches, and I'm very, very happy that he invited us, and we had a great weekend.
And who can forget the bots? Yeah, the back of the stand boys. Here at Rockingham Triangle, how many of you remember yourselves being in that crowd? The celebrations on the touchline. Who remembers this chap? I think he still knocks around somewhere today. Let's have a listen to see what he has to say.
He's a legend, not a gent. Now fishy about him at all. Ever present in the pubs and the clubs and the dance hall. Just a smile, no pressure selling. He's only got what he has got. Freshly delivered from the sea and served up in a pot. That's Malcolm. He's a legend. He's a treasure, not a pirate. Far too nice. Cockles, whelks and mussels all cheap at half the price. So spick and span and tidy. That wicker basket is armoury. A little wink for the lady, what a charmer, isn't he? All decked out in that white coat. He pinched from one of those lamps. And he never tires of the question, hey up mate, have you got cramps?
We knew coming into it was going to be a hard game and a tough game. With obviously the pitch not being the greatest, pitch inspection this morning. Luckily it was on. Lads turned up and got the win.
And we've got to thank David Tiley for some wonderful images going back to that wonderful day when they got promoted, lifting the cup at Rockingham Triangle. Never forget those times. Sometimes you might want to forget is penalty misses. This is a little bit I threw in there just for a little bit of fun. I hope you're going to enjoy a series of misses from star players. And let's listen to this guy coming up now.
Fantastic day. I think from the beginning everyone was brilliant. We came in with the right mindset, and the fans as well today were fantastic. Really got behind us from the get-go. I know we've seen that a few think we've been a bit slow, but we are a new team come together, and getting wins and staying unbeaten is the main thing, and we've carried that on today.
Some of the things that you've seen at Steel Park haven't always been football based. Some are events and lots of different people, like the sit-up challenge. We haven't seen Robbie the Raven for a while. Do we miss the Raven? It would be good to see him back cheering the Steel Men on at some point in the future. Let's hope we will see Robbie the Raven return. First game at Steel Park, I believe, Notts County. Does anyone remember who scored that goal? One of my earlier games for Corby as well. Filmed this on a tape. Claudio Holborn down at Chesham. What a goal. You get a prize if you know who scored that goal, and I'm not going to tell you. This one is rather easier.
Cuts inside, shot, 3-0. Brilliant goal.
And sometimes you need an older head to show the youngsters how it's done. Well done, Mr. Trainer. Take a bow. It's always a club, Corby Town, that have paid their respects to people and its local community. We have many different teams. The ladies, the men's, the under-15s, girls section, boys section, under 18s. They've run education programs in the past.
Haven't got major benefactors. The deal that we've got with Corby Council is fantastic for that stadium, but it's not the deal that the club used to have. We have a lot more expenses, more than the club's ever had at any time in the past, and we're meeting those. So we've had a few hiccups along the way, and we're all supporters. Unfortunately, the past few seasons we've thrown money to try and keep us at the levels that we wanted to be at, and it's finding that happy medium where we want to win games, we want to push on, but we don't want to risk the future of the football club, and that's where we are, and that's the way we're going.
Always good to listen to Stevie Noble. Good, honest assessment of the situation at the football club. Does anyone remember this? Certainly I do, Mr. Greg Mills. Now, this is a little bit I've thrown in for your enjoyment, hopefully. This is all to do with goalkeepers. Some past, some present, some not so long ago. What I would like you to do is to have a look. One, pick your favourite goalie if you know who's who. And two, put the order of the best saves from 1 to 5. Send your answers into Chuck on the back of a cigarette packet, because that's something that he enjoys. But what I can say is we've been blessed over the years with some really good goalkeepers to keep the ball out of the net. Some were around for a while and some were not. But the art of goalkeeping is an important one to a successful football team.
He first contacted me and about 6-8 months ago now, and he said about setting up this tournament. We offered to give as much help as we could. These sort of games we would get the opportunity to go and play them abroad, but we've just been to Ireland and we go next week to Geneva, so this fits lovely for us.
I enjoyed my football the majority of the season, but there's been a few dips, and then it was just a time to have a break, and then Corby phoned me, and then I didn't really hesitate to come back, really. I know I needed a break.
It's home to the boys, obviously, what they've achieved, and they get that little bit of recognition that they deserve.
And it was obviously a big turnout.
That's what the boys are on that bus, and they got excited for. Like, they all had the phones out videoing it, and it's something that they'll take. And
we're not looking, we're heads down and what have you. We said, right, we can get back in this game. We got the goal back, came in at half time, said exactly the same, a bit more the same way first half, a bit higher tempo.
I was like, I'm so proud about we played decent football, but frustrated that we just allow the opposition a chance all the time. We had to earn our first goal.
Like I say, Mills is that player. He's that touch at his feet. And Mills has done that his whole career. He's a very good player. We said that half time. He doesn't realise how good he is and how key he is in this team.
My defenders, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to defend. And if that ball gets put over and bushy there, and we defend that, and to concede on 44 minutes or 45 minutes, whatever it was,
It was very interesting to sit and listen to some of the old managers and some of the old players. Who was your favourite? That's a good one. This was certainly one of my memorable moments. Jason Lee at Sixfields. What a hit. Or Danny Gordon, Loughborough Dynamo. Good old Danny. And here's Chuck introducing one of his idols.
Here in the studio, I think he's well known for visiting every house, which is quite impossible in one evening, and likes to give children who visit superstores a scare. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Santa Claus.
Ho ho!
There's children watch this. There was children watching this. And I can't say, obviously, the kind of thing that I would say, but that is the real centre.
Sometimes you travel a long way to see a bit of skill or a bit of magic, or that moment in time where you equalise in the 92nd minute of an FA Cup tie when you've been 3-0 down. Or you get Wilson Carvalho run the length of the pitch and Spencer Weir-Daly head it in to make it 5-1. And sometimes, here's an interesting thing for you. We do see some reckless tackles and handbags at dawn on a football pitch, and I've seen a few over the years. Which do you think is the worst challenge or sequence that you have seen out of these clips so far? That wasn't great, was it? This one was a dive, for sure, just to get Connor Kennedy sent off, I think. And again, some more meaty challenges going in. This was terrible. That was against Harbour Town. But this one is my favourite, if you like, or the worst challenge. You had the scale of Wilson Carvalho. Wilson, who went on to play in the Football League. You have Fletcher Toll, top scorer in the league.
You can't pick really. I mean, the players, it's really good. It's really nice because you're playing with them, you're in the trenches with them almost, and you dig it in. It's the training behind the scenes and all that kind of stuff. So that's what they notice. But then to play in front of everybody and for those guys to sort of pay however much it is to come in, and for them guys to pick me as well, it's quite a special performance.
Yeah, it's not an easy place to come and get 3 points, but obviously the lads have got aspirations of winning stuff this year, so you've got to come to your place and get 3 points, and that's what we've done. So yeah, it's pleasing.
Who scored that? Anyone know? Here's another one that you may not know unless you were at the game. This one is a little bit easier because he's one of our own. And who can forget Callum Thomas? We may see him again shortly. These are all crazy things that you see on camera. Own goals, errors. And one of the things that I've enjoyed in my time at Corby Town is things like this make it funny sometimes and enjoyable. And sometimes it's about being in the right place at the right time, especially where goalkeepers are concerned. Some will never want to see the video again, but it does make supporters laugh, and some are just ridiculous, but there you are. For me, it's all about capturing the best action, and that is what you find people will watch, especially silly things. Corby Town TV has always been a supporter of our under-18s football team for a number of years. Myself, as part of Corby Town TV, I've been to film many under-18s games, seen many players that have come through to play at a much higher level or certainly go into our first team and move on. Some of them, Jordan Crawford, Connor Kennedy, Dean McBride, Luke Aradegby. They are a few that come off the top of my head, but there are many, many more. There was a period where Corby were really successful and won most things every year. Currently, we have a very competitive under-18s football team, run by Hutch.
We seem to be the better team, I feel. I'm not talking from a biased point of view, but I do feel that we play some nice football, and a lot of teams just want to kick us and disrupt that. You just never know. And with the weather and the pitches, the games get called off a lot. So, you know, we've had a good run and a good start to the season, and then we've had a few bitty in between games where you don't play.
Wow, great ball forward.
Here at Corby Town TV, we've improved the quality of our images by upgrading the cameras, and recently the fans helped us go to the next level. What you're watching on the screen now, I will now be able to capture moments like these. Not all are football related. Some are just being in the right place at the right time. But they're still worth looking at again, aren't they? The lights go out at Truro. Never forget that. How many were there? You might not understand what happened there. The ball didn't go out of play. The player picked it up. He thought it had gone out of play and it was a penalty. There's Jason Lee, the moment we talked about earlier on, drinking the pint that won the marathon bet competition. The wall at Colwyn Bay. Any of you in that wall? Northley kicking it off his own defender. And of course the hero of the moment, Danny Gordon. On that occasion, falling over. Nice one, Danny. This is a moment that I caught up at Staley Bridge, where you've got two players that completely missed the ball, leading to Greg Mills scoring. Don't see that very often. This is a clip that I was proud of. Wilson Carvalho's flick against Histon that was shown on Sky Sports Soccer Saturday. Here's a little bit more music from Steelfest.
Need a little time to wake up. You need a little time to rest your mind. You know you should, so I guess that you might. What's the story, morning glory? You need a little time to wake up, wake up. What's the story, morning glory? Need a little time to wake up.
If you give teams 2-goal head start after an hour, you're going to find it difficult to get something from the game. But to be fair to the players, I said to them at half time, I said, look, I need a reaction out of you.
Because I'm thinking the mentality of the team has massively changed over 6-8 months. And now we're looking at a team that isn't going to get beat, whether we go one down.
They're fantastic players, but they also bring a lot in the changing rooms as well. And that's something me and Steve spoke about before the season started. So them two are key.
Somebody's going to have to invest in a new top, and I'll get soaked. And it worked. You know, listen, I don't want to talk about any goals, I don't want to talk about any penalties.
But we shouldn't be now going into November with that home win at Steel Park. Al Hansen said you'll never win nothing with kids, and I think I said this would be a fortress this year.
Very interesting indeed to listen to some of the people recently that were involved with the football club, especially some of the managers. A lot to say from some of them for sure. We move on into the future. We are trying our best to maintain standard. Little features like this, done quite well, an insight into what goes on at the football club.
Yeah, Steel Park is, it has been a long time coming. Just grateful, thankful really that it's came now going into the final stage where it means it the most really, so yeah.
It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. The lads are brilliant, the lads are working hard.
manager's got the right kind of tactics. Puts it, he tells us everything about the other team, about how they're setting up, what they're doing. He's right every time, and I'm enjoying playing football. I enjoyed every game, definitely.
Now, we're going to look at some older goals now, because this seems to be a good thing to do, doesn't it? I wonder how many of these particular goals you remember, and I wonder how many of the goal scorers you could possibly get right. They're from a few years back to not so long back to a long way back, considering Corby Town TV. Moving into the Ultra HD world, which we have now, which we hope you're going to enjoy the images should you have the capacity to watch in that format. If you don't, then it's absolutely fine. You can still watch it in the full HD or whatever format you choose to watch it in. Mostly on most platforms, i.e. Twitter or Facebook, you will not get that option because it doesn't allow you to watch it. YouTube you will, but you probably have to go into the settings to change it. It doesn't matter which format you choose to watch it in. There are the best formats out there if you want to or are able to watch them. If not, just continue watching them as you are. Now, here's an interesting thing. How many of the people of you out there would love to hear radio of match days? That'd be interesting. It's a popular thing that was coming up with clubs now. Whether it's something that Corby Town should look at, I don't know.
Enjoying it here. Love playing for Setch. I think he's not just a brilliant manager, but he's a brilliant person. And when you play for someone that you like, you get that bit more out of you. So long may it continue. Get some more wins under the belt.
There's 3 games in the season. I think when teams come here, we think we can beat anyone. I think we've got the best squad in the league, so we shouldn't be afraid of anyone.
Yes. I know you've been waiting for some other teams. You've had the 18s, the under 15s, and various other teams. Well, here is some action that we've taken from the ladies who've had a very successful year or so. They got promoted to the Premier League and now they're holding their own within the Premier League. Well done to the ladies. Sometimes people have asked me, effect does the weather have? Well, the effect sometimes can have a real on batteries. Cold weather, warm weather can shorten the life of batteries. Obviously, moisture getting into the cameras is an absolute killer. So being covered up as much as possible. So yeah, weather has a big play. Here are some of the close-up moments of the goals going in at Poole. We hope you're going to enjoy this along with some of the celebrations. Absolutely brilliant. Like I say, really thank that you've been with us on this journey. Myself providing a lot of the footage. David's put in with some great stuff as well. The journey will continue. Let's hope we can keep going for a number of years. And I hope that you continue to support what we do here at the channel. Here is a few moments of the team celebrating and the fans also celebrating. I hope it's given you a little bit of an insight or some older footage that you maybe or maybe not have seen, and that was the whole intention of it. And there's that camel, by the way, at Colwyn Bay. I would just like to say thank you very much if you stuck all the way through this video, and we'll be seeing you sometime at a game or a place in the future. Thank you very much. Keep supporting Corby Town.